I'm going to swap the SSD. This is a blank one. This one on the computer has already Windows 10, is the professional edition. And I'm going to install the Windows 10 on this guy here. I'm going to use a USB key. This one has to be at least 8 gigabytes. I recommend you formatting into NTSC format, not FAT32. Just go on Google and Google download Windows 10 and search for this site, Microsoft. This is the official Microsoft site, software download Microsoft Windows 10. Just click on the link. As of 2019, this is still available. It's free, absolutely free, assuming your computer already had installed Microsoft 10, Windows 10 on it. If it's came with Windows 7, I'm not sure if this works, but for 10 it works. We need to download this tool, Windows 10 Installation Media. Click on it to save it. And this is what will, I'm not sure if it did work. Yeah. This is what will actually see what's on your motherboard and then connect to the Microsoft servers and download the ISO file and write the ISO file on your USB drive. Once you get this thing, let me see if I already have it. All right, so media creation tool 1903. Let's click this guy. Let's just say yes. And one of the things that's important when doing this USB drive with ISO file is to have a powerful and also fast internet connection, because we are going to need to download about 4 gigabytes of data. That's the size of the ISO file. And it takes a lot of time if you don't have a fast connection. So that's really important, and just be patient also as well. And we get this window. You may obviously want to read it, but let's just accept it for now. A few minutes later, we'll see this new window. Upgrade this PC now. It's when you want to repair your Windows exploitation system. But if you want to create that USB, obviously, so this is interesting to know. When you have a problem, you want to do a fresh install, a reset of Windows. This is the link. But for now, we are going to create that USB drive. It says use the recommended options. This is what your computer will show. Let's click next. And we are going to install it on a USB flash drive. Let's click next. This is my hard drive. Now I want to do something before trying to install anything on it. I just want to format it. And on the Microsoft page, it says for this drive, it's already having some stuff on it. It says to format it in FAT32. But as of reading of forums, it seems that that may cause problems when you install Windows. So I warmly recommend it formatting it with NT, I think it's NTFS. And also you will need at least 8 gigabytes. The file itself, it's 4.2 gigabytes, so a 4 gigabytes flash drive won't be enough. It takes at least 8 gigabytes one. This was much bigger, not needed, but you are just going to use the size you have at hand, basically. So formatted, finished. Let's close this guy and see what's Windows thinking about it. So at this moment, I believe it's downloaded that ISO file. Okay, so that was it. Let's just check the USB flash drive, see what's on it. And we have this bootable files, and it's ready to go to boot a new hard drive and to install Windows 10 on it. Got a new hard drive in, so let's just connect the computer and try to boot with the USB. Now to boot the computer, we go directly into the BIOS because the hard drive is blank. For each brand and model of computer, just Google up about your brand you have. There is a specific key to keep depressed when you boot it to get it into the BIOS. So really search on Google about your computer. This specific one, it's F1K, but it's going to be different for others. So I'll keep it depressed. And with my other hand, I'm going to power up and keep depressed the whatever button you need to keep depressed. Now this one I need to access BIOS by F10, and then we need to search for boot order. May not be in the same menu, but you need to search for that one. We are going to use the keyboard with arrows, enter. The mouse won't work at this point perhaps. On some computers may work, but not on mine. Now we get into the boot order and we need to put USB hard drive as the first one in the line. But remember that once you've finished installing Windows 10, when everything is done, you need to go back into the BIOS and put it back in place and put the first one in the line here. So maybe take a picture to remember which one is on the line. Also notice the options, how to change this thing. So I'm going just to use the arrows, select this guy, press enter. It says enter to drop, but it may differ on your computer. Enter again, and to save these guys, we need to click on F10. So don't forget all these small details. And we need to go back to File and Save Changes and exit and click yes. And then the computer, before clicking yes, you need to insert the USB key into your USB slot and click yes, and the computer will start rebooting and will read first the USB with the bootable file, ISO file. So now it's booting, looks like it's booting on Windows. And this is the Windows setup window. Language, time, that's everything fine. Let's press next. Install now. You also have the option to repair. Perhaps if you have the old hard drive with Windows on it, you want to repair the Windows, this is the option for it. But right now I have a blank hard drive, so I'm going to install Windows on it. And obviously this will depend on the speed of the hard drive. This is an SSD. So we'll have this option here. It says if you are installing Windows, select I don't have a product key. Basically I just swapped the hard drive, so let's just say I don't have this key. And we are going to install Windows 10 Pro, which is the same as it was on the previous hard drive. You need to have the same version as on the hard drive that was used to produce that boot key. This is license, I accept the terms. Let's try custom install this time. So let's go next, and it starts copying the files. Looks like it's about to finish. Just say I'm in the United States. I'm in Canada, but I don't think it makes a difference. I will use Canadian multilingual, that's just for me. Yes. Want to add a second keyboard layout. I don't know what this is. I'm going to skip this thing. So I did plug in my internet connection. It's not Wi-Fi, it's Ethernet. So I will just, this is perhaps up to everybody to select what they prefer or what they think they are going to use. Let's skip the Microsoft account for now. I'm going to click next, see if he allows me. It doesn't allow. I do have an account, but I really don't want to sign in. Let's just try offline account, see what happens. Signing with Microsoft instead, no. Again, these are choices. Who's going to use this PC? I don't really want to name a user at this point. Let's see if I can skip this step. No, it doesn't let me. So let's just say myself. Better write this down so you don't forget. But I know you can. That's really annoying, but they ask you a password, so really be sure to write down these things, because this is what will allow you to use to log in into your computer. Confirm password. Later on you can get into the user's account and erase everything and just not have any password at all if you prefer. So that's what I do usually. Wow, this is just Microsoft is really annoying. So let me just get through these things. It's just a personal thing, right? So I got through those idiotic secret questions and stupid things like this. I hate that. If you want timeline, whatever, let's say no. I really like to decline things and just keep it very simple, but this is absolutely up to everybody. This is about Cortana or whatever junk. And now you have all these options. Again, you can always enable, disable all these options from the settings once you open Windows. And like I said, I prefer to keep it simple and give the least access, the least, even the least services running. That's what I prefer to do with my computers. There's a lot of bloatware and stuff we never use. So one thing is, when you buy this used second-hand hardware desktops off eBay, really make sure they come with a hard drive and with the operating system. Otherwise, I'm not sure how you could install Windows without having already the operating system on the hard drive that came with your desktop. So this is it. That's the whole installation. Just for the sake of it, let's just reboot and see how it goes. Obviously, it's going to ask for that password, but again, you can remove completely that login window and just keep the password, and it's going to boot much faster. So that's a login window. Again, that was myself. Let's just enter my password. And there you go. Quickly, if you don't want that login screen and put your password and stuff like that, first go here and type in users. And we are going to click on add, edit, remove other users. Here we are going to click sign in options, and be sure to get that, click on never here. This is one thing. And the second thing, type here NETPLWIZ. Enter. It's going to open this, perhaps you remember this window, and we are going to select, this is my account here, and uncheck there and just click OK. It's going to ask my password, the one I just put. So be sure you note it, put it down on a paper so you remember it. Click OK. And let's just try to reboot the thing. See what it does. It should start without any login screen, or just jump into Windows straight ahead. And this is it. No more login window. These case flash drives also sell on eBay for about $15, and they have already a Windows 10 bootable file on them, and even a key. I'm not sure how that works, but if you buy, let's say, a used desktop without a hard drive, or even if your hard drive has failed on you and you want to replace them, check out eBay for this case.